Okay, you may
Yes.
start. Yes.
Yes. Good morning. My technical seminar topic is gaze-sensitive virtual reality-based social communication platform for individuals with autism. Coming to the contents. The contents which I am going to cover in this session are introduction, literature survey, concept and existing system, proposed system, system design, experiment and methodology, result and discussion, advantage and disadvantage, applications, conclusion and references. Coming to introduction. What is autism? Autism is a lifelong developmental disability that affects person in the outward. A term called as it is a complex neurodevelopmental disorder. It is nothing but a complex neurodevelopmental disorder. Autism people
1 minute.
possess
1 minute. It's okay. Do you have a proper internet? Because you should know when the internet is not, strong. Do you have a proper internet
it's
connection?
sir, it's not strong, I guess, sir. It's
No.
okay.
Yeah, it's okay, but okay, fine. You should understand when it drops, you wait for a while and then you continue. Fine.
Okay, sir. Okay. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, now you are. Now you are.
Shall I,
Yeah, continue.
shall I start from the first, sir?
No, yeah, start from autism only.
Okay, sir. Generally, what is autism? Autism is a lifelong developmental disability that affects a person how he communicates with the other person in the outer world. It also affects how they make sense of the outer world. And autism is nothing but a complex neurodevelopmental disorder. Autism people possess some signs. The signs which are seen in autism people are they delay in social interaction with the other people. They also delay in the expressive and receptive languages. We can also see a repetitive behavior like hand flapping in the autism people. They usually avoid eye contacts and inappropriate laughing and giggling are seen in them, and they does not want to be cuddled. Coming to the research, as now we have seen that autism costs a family $60,000 a year on average. Autism now affects 1 in 38 boys, and autism now affects 1 in 59 children, according to the recent survey. Coming to the boys, are nearly 5 times more likely than girls to have autism. More than 3.5 million individuals in the US have autism. In this, you can see a picture where the mother is treating a child who is possessing autism signs, and he is a ASD children. Coming to the signs of autism. In the first picture, you can see a child who is suffering from autism. The example is he is not able to communicate with the other people in the outer world. In the second picture, you can see an autism suffering student who cannot concentrate on the eye-to-eye contact. Coming to the third picture, he is an autism children who possess the repetitive character like hand flapping, as said before. Coming to the literature survey, I have done some literature survey related to this, and they are the author of the paper are Sean Bhatta Shuva, Joshri Josh, Atia Sujana Oishi, and the paper title is the data mining based approach to predict autism spectrum disorder considering behavioral attribute. It was published in the year 2019. It says that the data mining approach, it uses the random forest classifier to predict the people who are suffering from ASD based on the behavioral attribute used in certain data sets for prediction. Coming to the second paper, the authors are Mia Lotan, Shira Yalon, Chamovitz, and Patry and Viz. The paper title is Social Skill Development in Children with Autism Spectrum Disorder. It was published in the year 2018. They usually done the group-based social interaction to develop the social skills with ASD children using social skill training sessions. Coming to the third paper, the authors are Kasturi Barak, Kasturi Vatanbe, Joydeep Bhattacharya, and Jota M. Saha. The paper title is Classification of Autism in Young Children by Phase Angle Clustering in Magnetoencephalogram Signals. It was published in the year 2020. The goal was to classify autism children from typically developing children using magnetocephalogram signals. They perform spectrum domain analysis in which features are extracted from neurons. Coming to the third paper, the authors are Didang Eman and DWR Emmanuel. The title is Machine Learning Classifier for Autism Spectrum Disorder. It was published in the year 2019. And they did the supervised machine learning algorithm is used to predict the autism spectrum disorder with application of machine learning in case of ASD expected to be able to accelerate and improve accuracy in the determining the diagnosis. Now coming to the in-depth of the first paper, what they have done in the first paper is first they collected the data and pre-processed it, and they predicted the performance, and they did some analysis related to it. They used the random forest algorithm. Random forest algorithm is nothing but a supervised learning algorithm which has used for both classification and as well as the regression. The random forest creates the decision tree on the data samples, and then it gets the prediction from each one of them and selects the best out of it. The advantage of this is it works for both regression and classification, and it can handle the missing values. But the disadvantage is it is more complex and it is a time consuming process. So it was very difficult for them, and they saw the accuracy of 96%. It was tried to predict the ASD adults using the random forest algorithm, and random forest has particular difficulty because it gives different results for different time. To overcome this problem, some parameters of random forest were set constant so that they get the accuracy of 96%. Coming to the second paper, what they did in this is they grouped the children who has ASD problem, and with the instruction and teachable moment with the practice, they gave the practice to the children so that they can accomplish it, and they helped in enhancing the communication of those people. Learning behavior that predicts the important social outcomes like friendship were taught by them. Now coming to the third paper, what usually they use the magnetocephalogram signals. Actually, they use the what is magnetocephalogram signals? It is a functional neuroimaging technique which is used for mapping the brain activity by recording their magnetic fields using the spectrum domain. A spectrum domain is nothing but a tool which is used to visualize the electronic signals in frequency domain. And they got the accuracy of 80 to 82%. Coming to the fourth paper, which they have used the support vector machine algorithm, and in this they got the accuracy of 68.75%. They usually research the paper related to Science Direct, Google Scholar, and Springer, etc. Usually, what is support vector machine algorithm? It is mostly used in classification of the problems. Support vector algorithm, using that they plotted each data item as a point in n-dimensional space with the values of the each feature to predict the result. And advantages of SVM are they are very good when they have no idea about the data. Coming to the disadvantage, several key parameters to be correctly to get correct results. Each and every parameter should be correct to get the correct results. These are about the literature survey. Coming to my concept, what is virtual reality? Virtual reality is a use of computer technology to create a stimulated environment. In other terms, it is described as a three-dimensional computer-generated environment which can be explored and interacted by the person. It is it is a stimulated experience that can be similar or may not be similar from the real world, as you can see in this picture. And coming to the problem statement, the people with autism disorder face difficulties in eye-to-eye contact, as I have mentioned before, and they also face difficulties in social communication and difficulties in understanding the verbal and non-verbal aspects, like they can't understand the emotion without using the face. By seeing the face of the people, they cannot analyze the emotions, and they also face difficulties in imaginative thought and flexible thinking. Coming to the existing system, in existing system we use the VBI technology, which is a video based intervention. It is a computer based platform that fuses the social story with video or multimedia based technology. Video based intervention can be promising tools for improvising the social communication skills of the ASD individual. Coming to the drawback of existing system, the currently available VBI technique is not individualized. It can predict one's anxiety level while interacting with the communication task. Coming to the proposed system. In this proposed system, they have designed a virtual reality-based social communication skill learning platform, which uses the social context like home, park, school, and playground environment with socially describable stories. The proposed system is augmented with the VR platform with the eye tracking technology. Now, coming to the first question which comes to the mind is, what is VR technology? It is a virtual reality technology platform which I have explained before. This helps to find one's anxiety. One's anxiety can be found from this proposed system. And in proposed system, VR technology helps in promoting the skills for independent living, enhancing cognitive and social skills. It is individualized. It's not like the existing system. And additional VR technology was designed to send the individual feedback for the participant based on their performance. It uses the pupil diameter and blink rate have been considered as the reliable measures to measure the one's anxiety. Coming to the system design. The system design, which is designed, consists of three parts mainly: a VR-based social communication task module, supervisor for task switching, real-time eye gaze data acquisition module. Coming to a VR-based communication module, social communication task module. They have designed a VR-based communication task module was created using Python-based wizard software. What is Python-based wizard software? Wizard is a comprehensive Python-based VR development platform. The VR research and development platform Wizard utilizes Python version of 2.7 for scripting. Like Blender VR Wizard aims to deploy VR context across wide spectrum for the hardwares. They designed a 3D environment for real-life social situation using Google SketchUp. What is Google SketchUp? Google SketchUp is a program used for wide range of 3D modeling projects like architecture and in case of interior designs. And SketchUp is a 3D modeling application that lets us to create 3D models, and we can edit the 3D to the 2D models using push and pull methods. Also, they have designed the avatar face displaying emotional expressions and having Indian outlook. The task module was designed as an interactive task environment, so the participant can interact. It consists of two phases, mainly story phase and the questionnaire phase. Coming to the story phase. This was the first phase of interaction where an avatar narrated our own experience based on some social events. The avatar started by greeting the participant with hi or hello, accomplished with a waving a hand. This was followed by the brief introduction about herself and her experience in social situation. There were totally nine social stories that were narrated by the avatar based on the participant's situation. And these nine stories were exposing the participants to the daily life scenarios. Um, and the avatar narrated her experience of a home-based party. Consider example of having a home-based party. The virtual environment displayed such as a home-based party you can see in this picture, and it was a home-based event. And then avatar narrated her experience of cutting the cake, decorating the room, and unwrapping the multicolored presents. Simultaneously, the avatar displayed the context related emotions. The avatar displayed the emotions happy, angry, and neutral. The main thing was the person who was suffering from ASD were not able to understand the non-verbal communication. So it was challenging for them. And emotion of the audio, the emotion of the avatar. Hence, it was monotone. And simultaneously, a typical gaze pattern involved in a one-to-one conversation consists of usually when the avatar showed the face. Considering of some emotion, the children who were suffering from autism, they approximately look 70% of the time with the short glance toward away from the towards the face, and 30%, approximately 30% away from the face. Additionally, avatar could blink and speak in teenager voice with proper lip syncing. At the end of this story phase, then the avatar invited the participant to the questionnaire phase. At the end of this, what we come to know is, even though they did not explicitly instruct the participant to look at the avatar face, they were designed to encourage participants to look towards the avatar face to respond correctly for the future questions asked by the avatar according to avatar's emotion. Coming to the questionnaire phase. In this phase, the participant communicated with the avatar by using a menu-driven interface. The participant was expected to have a respond to 5 questions related to the experience narrated by the avatar, and um, narrated by the avatar, which was done in the story feeds by selecting his options from the menu driven interface, which was the keypad present with the participant. The feedback was intended to encourage the participant to go ahead to the next task without displaying the percentage. You can see here, they displayed if the person scores more than 70%, then it was like good job done. If he scored less than or equal to 70%, they encourage the participant by displaying you can do it better without discouraging them based on their percentage. Then based on the participants performance in a given task, different tasks were assigned related to their performance. Coming to the second one, supervisor for task switching. System presented VIA-based tasks that were of 3 different types based on the questions asked by the avatar. Usually, they divided the questions into 3 parts. One is CR, PC, and ER. CR is nothing but the context relevant. Context relevant questions were directly related to the social context, which was narrated by the avatar. Coming to the second type, project contingent. The projected contingent questions had indirect association with the story, which was not directly addressed by the avatar during the narration in case of story phase. So the participant must reason out the facts before the narration. Coming to the third question type, it's emotion recognition. Emotion recognition was aimed at the identifying the communicator's emotion. There were 3 task types. The first task type is TT1, which consists of 5 CR questions carrying 20 each score, and which was simple enough and can be answered if one listens to the story. Coming to the task 2, which was a bit difficult than the task 1, which had two CR questions having 15 each, and two PC questions which had 25 each, and one ER question which has scored 20 each. Coming to the task 3. Task 3 consists of two questions of CR, which consists of 10 each, and two questions of PC, which carry 25 marks each, and one question related to the avatar's emotion recognition, which accomplished the maximum marks based on the for the AST people to understand it. So task 3 was a bit difficult than task 2. Coming to task, which was indirectly related with the story, it was more difficult. And coming to the task 1, it was easy. An example, consider a birthday party situation. The CR question can be, sir, am I audible?
Now,
Hello?
see, yeah. Now, I mean, are you not able to get it from there?
Hello?
Like, can you hear me now? Yeah, that's the problem. Can you hear me? Prakruthi, can you hear me? That's the problem. Can you hear me? Yeah.
It's
buffering. Okay. Anyway, see,
hello?
yes, you'll be able to see a message, okay, that says your network is down
Hello?
or something. Can you hear me now?
Hello?
No.
Audible?
Wait for some time, man. Wait for a while. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, see what I
Yes,
mean
sir.
is, see, whenever your network goes down, okay,
Sir, am I audible?
Yeah, listen first. Whenever your network goes down, okay, you get an error message there that says maybe your internet is down or something. It all depends on.
Hello? Am I audible, sir? Yes,
You
sir.
are, but listen first. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear what I'm saying? Prakruti.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
listen.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, every phone, it will give you an error message, okay, before going down or when it's down. So you should see that. Once you see the message, you pause. Okay, then after that, you continue. Yeah, don't keep explaining. You will see it's like a notification. A notification will pop up telling you that your internet is not strong or something. Some message will be there. Then you wait and continue.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay,
Shall I continue, sir?
Yeah, continue.
According to the social situation, the questions which are displayed are as follows. Consider a social situation. So, am I audible? Hello?
Yes.
Consider a social situation of a birthday party as explained before. The CR question, which is direct question, which can be, what did I celebrate yesterday? The correct response is birthday party, which is a bit easier. Coming to the PC question, it could be, what will you offer to your friend on his birthday party? Which was not directly addressed by the avatar. So the participant must think over it, having the three options, nothing, present, and avoid him. The correct response would be present. So task 2 was a bit difficult than task 1. Coming to the ER question. ER question is mainly based on emotion recognition. How did I feel yesterday at my birthday party? The participant was expected to choose the answer happy from the avatar's happy face, which was a bit difficult for the ASD people since they are face difficulties during emotion recognition. You can see in this picture a state diagram where task 1, task 2, task 3 are 3 tasks, and it has one end state. The end state was subdivided into incomplete and complete end. Coming to the task 1, Usually the performance was divided into C1 and C2. C1 is referred as inadequate if it was less than 70%. C2 is adequate if it was greater than 70%. Consider the task 1. You can see here, if the task 1, so I'm running out of time, I think.
It's okay. Continue.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Okay,
continue.
sir. The task 1, if it was a C1, if it was inadequate, if it is less than 70%, means it remains in the same state T1. If it was adequate, if the participant scores greater than 70%, then it changes to the state 2, task 2. If in the task 2, if he was scoring the inadequate score, which is less than 70%, then it redirects to the task 1. And if it was C2, if he scores greater than 70%, then moves to the task 3. In case of task 3, if it was inadequate, then it is C1. It means it moves to T2 task 2, or it may also move to the task 1. You can see in this diagram. And coming to the task 3, if it was adequate, greater than 70%, means it remains in the same state, task 3. Consider the task 1. Coming to the end states, if the task 1 has C1 or C2, if the participant scores 70%, less than 70%, or greater than 70%, he moves to the incomplete end itself, because he is left with the task 2 and task 3. Coming to the task 2, it is similar like the previous case. Even if he scores less than 70% or greater than 70%, it moves to the incomplete end. Coming to the task 3, if it was inadequate, less than 70%, then it goes to the incomplete end. If it was greater than 70%, then it is adequate, it moves to the complete end. And next, coming to the real-time eye gaze data acquisition module.
How many more
In
slides?
this,
How many more slides?
sir,
How many more slides? How many more?
I think 10 to 12, sir.
We cannot sleep here. So summarize. Okay, so summarize, and then we take like another 10 minutes. We start another session, okay, mostly for question and
Okay.
answer. Yeah, summarize this, okay? You
Mm.
have another 6 minutes to do so. 7 minutes.
Okay, sir. Okay. What I have done before, I should summarize, sir?
No, summarize your entire presentation. See, in the sense, no,
Okay.
it's okay. Till here, we're able to follow. So continue from
Okay.
here. The remaining slides, you have to summarize it. That's what I mean.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Fine. Coming to the real-time eye gaze data acquisition module. In real-time eye data gaze acquisition module, it is a VR-based social communication task. We used the viewpoint eye tracker. The viewpoint eye tracker 2.9.2.5 from Arrington Research comes with the video capture module of refresh rates. It also consists of a chin rest used to minimize the head movements. They consider the two physiological indices that are PD and BR, which is pupil diameter and the blink rate, and also a behavioral index fixation duration FD. They segmented the visual stimulus into two regions, which are phase ROI and non-phase ROI. ROI is nothing but region of interest. Phase ROI means front, left, right side of an avatar face. Non-phase ROI means region outside the avatar face. As you can see in this picture, this is the phase ROI, and the non-phase ROI are away from the picture, away from the face of the avatar. Coming to the real-time eye gaze data acquisition module, they estimated the pupil diameter, mean blink rates. And coming to the first one, they estimated the average pupil diameter. The eye tracker provides the raw pupil diameter of a participant. They eliminated the threshold, they eliminated the noise which were created due to the blinks using the threshold. And finally, PD average was stored in the database in the case of time synchronized manner. Coming to the estimation of mean blink rate, even the mean blink rate was available from the eye tracker, and they provided the pupil major axis. They computed the blink rate using pupil major axis with 98% accuracy. False blinks due to the eyes being closed continuously or due to the blinks were eliminated using the threshold. Coming to the measurement of fixation duration. A fixation duration occurs on an object. Usually, a man fixes his duration on particular object for approximately about 200 milliseconds. They have considered the minimum 200 milliseconds of an eye fixation as a point of valid fixation duration. And further, they computed the fixation duration for ROI, region of interest, um, uh, based on the participants' eye data. Subsequently, they calculated the ROI specific fixed duration for each participant to compute the total fixation duration towards phase ROI, FD phase, and non-phase ROI, FD non-phase. Coming to measurement of fixation counts and average fixation duration. The number of times a participant focuses on one particular object, it is called as count. Which is on phase, then it is known as count phase. If it is not on the phase, around the phase, then it means non-phase ROI, count non-phase ROI were updated. Using these equations, they estimated the average fixation duration and the average fixation duration for non-phase. We can see in this equation, average fixation duration on the phase is equal to fixation duration on the phase. How many amount of, how many seconds he have seen the phase
Okay,
divided by.
Prakruthi, enough. Now get ready for your questions. Fine. It's okay. It's okay.
Prakruthi,
Yes, sir.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now you consider the person is very near to the camera, eyes
Yes,
looks
sir.
larger. If go away from the camera, the eyes looks very smaller.
Yes,
But,
sir, exactly.
okay,
Yes,
now,
sir.
how you find the diameter?
Sir, actually, yes, the pupil eye tracker, we have given the eye tracker, no, sir. The eye tracker gives the measurement of the pupil diameter, and the chin rest is kept 50 centimeter. As I have said in experimental setup, they have placed the person, the chin rest 50 centimeter away from the computer. So it will be not varied and eyes movement are not seen, sir.
Okay, if the person is not properly move away, move his head.
Yes, sir.
He,
Actually, I got your question, sir. Actually, the patient who is suffering from ASD will be accomplished with the supervisor. So that supervisor sees him whether he is sitting in the correct position and he do not turn around.
okay, how often the eye diameter will be extracted?
Sir?
What is the frequency? How often that
Yes, sir.
eye gauge features extracted?
Actually, eye gaze features is extracted based on the certain baseline, sir. Before starting the experiment, the patient is made to sit on the blank screen. At that time, his baseline condition is took from the patient, and computing the baseline condition, if his pupil diameter varies for every minute, usually it varies for every seconds, and based on the pupil diameter variation, we can predict whether it must be supervised for 2 minutes or 3 minutes, likewise, sir. It's based on the baseline condition of the participant.
No, it cannot set the condition, right? You cannot fix because it is vary from one person to other person.
Yes, sir.
Your time duration must be a generic time duration.
Yes,
In case,
actually, even I thought the same, sir. But in this base paper which I have referred, they have mentioned this point. Before the start of experiment, they will be having the baseline condition where the pupil diameter, blink rate are measured at the start, and later after starting the experiment, again it is measured.
okay, do you know complete details about eye gauge tracker? How distance is estimated?
So viewpoint eye tracker.
How the tool works? How they
So
identify
usually,
the distance between the camera and the eye?
So, Viewpoint Eye Tracker tool is available, sir. It's already available from the Arrington Research, and it captures the video, sir. They have not, I mean, the information of the eye trackers are like what is the eye position, eye movements. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, the informations like eye position, eye movement, and the point of gaze where he is looking, and the pupil diameter, blink rate, and number of times he is looking. These all parameters are considered, sir.
Yes, for in your work, the
Yes,
eye
sir.
tracker is a very much important component.
Yes,
Without
sir.
that, you cannot continue. You cannot perform that operation because this is a
Sir,
crucial point for
yeah.
your work,
Yes, sir.
your topic. So
Yes, sir.
you need to know how that tracker estimates the distance, how it finds. I initially told the diameter may vary
Yeah.
when the person is move away from the camera or move towards the camera. Right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Well, Prakruti.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
I think this session might end. Okay, I think the session might end soon. But what I want to note is a general observation. Okay, if you go to the previous, I mean, the beginning introductory slides, we are not able to see
Sir.
your choice of background, the background and the foreground text. They all mixed up together. Go there. Go to the, I mean, initial slides, introduction and stuff. Can you hear me, Prakruti?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So next time, see, make it, I mean, clear enough.
Yes,
Like
sir.
this, yeah, the later slides is fine.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but the beginning, the introductory slides is not visible enough. We couldn't
Okay,
make out,
sir.
yeah, the text. It's all blended with the
Oh,
background. So only one
yes, sir.
question I have for you. Okay. So how
Okay,
do you
sir.
differentiate
Yeah.
between ASD and ADHD? See,
Okay,
yeah,
sir.
listen. You spoke most of the papers
Yes, sir.
were Indian based, but this data, which you are saying more than 3.5 million individuals in the US, they are
Sir?
American based papers. 3.5 million individuals
Yes,
in
sir.
the US, right? So why do you give us an American
Yeah.
data set? Yeah.
Oh,
See, your paper, most of your paper spoke about Indians, and a simple Google search will tell you that this ASD, okay,
yes, sir.
is very common in India with more than
Sir.
10 million children being affected. More than 10 million. That is what my Google search gave me. Okay. So,
Sir, actually,
okay, it's fine. We end it
yes,
here.
sir.
I'll message you over WhatsApp. Okay. So what I mean to say is this: your data is inconsistent. See, this is here. You're talking about
Yes,
in
sir.
US.
Sir.
You're talking
Sir,
about.
no, sir. Actually, I'm actually talking about India.
Yeah,
But
but
when I
see,
Google,
no. When I googled now, I saw immediately more than 10 million
yes,
cases in
sir.
India. Yeah, that you should
Yeah.
present. Yeah. Okay.
Yes,
Next.
sir. Okay,
Now
sir.
next,
Sorry, sir. Yeah.
if you look at ASD, how do you differentiate it from ADHD? Because when people talk about autism, they talk about ADHD, attention deficit hyperactive disorder. What is the difference? Did you look into that?
Sir, am I audible?
Yes. Can you hear me? I think I'm
Hello?
fast. Okay, it's fine. The rest I will communicate to you over WhatsApp. It's fine. Okay, it's fine. It's fine.
Hello? Sir, your voice is not clear, sir.
Fine. Let's end it here.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, fine. Via WhatsApp. Okay. Now you end the session. Okay. You end
Yes,
it.
sir.
Fine.
Yes, sir.